On her way to work at Arkansas Children's Hospital, is heading to prison. Maynor Sorto Herrera, a Honduran man who was in this country illegally, was driving drunk when it happened and had methamphetamine in his system. Today, the family and friends of his victims told the court what they lost with her death. Channel 7's Kaylin Clay attended that hearing and spoke with the family afterward. She joins us tonight with the story now. Kaylin.
Well, there was almost no dry eye in the courtroom today. That's the light Jennifer Morton had. There was tension when the defendant, Maynor Sorto Herrera, took the stand to read an apology, taking full responsibility for taking the beloved respiratory therapist's life, opening the door to a wide range of emotions that continued when the long yet described as not enough sentencing was announced.
Caretaker, loving, the best aunt, one of a kind. Perfect. All words used to describe Jennifer Morton, whose life was tragically ended on a Sunday morning in September of last year. Jennifer was killed while driving to her job at Arkansas Children's Hospital, her SUV colliding head-on with the car being driven by Maynor Sorto Herrera. He was driving on the wrong side of the road with methamphetamine in his system and a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. He was also in the country illegally after being deported in 2018.
She was the best aunt they could ask for.
Jennifer actually loved everybody.
Jimmy Morton, the proud father of Jennifer, a respiratory therapist at Arkansas Children's Hospital for nearly 25 years. His wife, Judy, Jennifer's mother, who suffers from Alzheimer's, still doesn't know. Jimmy told the court that doctors recommend he avoid telling her the news. He ended his statement by handing a Spanish-language Bible over to the court for Sorto Herrera and asking him to turn his life over to God, saying, quote, "If you want to be forgiven, you're going to have to go to where Jennifer's at." The entire room silent.
It's something that I think God told me to do, and I just, I just wanted to make sure that he knew where he was going when he departs.
One after the other, friends and family described Jennifer as charitable, selfless, dedicated to serving children. The last witness, Jennifer's life group leader, said she will see her one day again in heaven. Sorto Herrera's low-hanging head lifted and was locked in on the stand. When it was his turn, the defendant delivered an apology to the family, saying he is a Christian and takes full responsibility for what he did. Also saying, quote, "I've asked forgiveness from God many nights in my cell." But his prosecutors were unmoved. When he was asked to recite Jennifer's last name, which was said multiple times during the hearing, he could not.
I wish he would have got more, especially being he was illegal and has been deported once. There's something more that needs to be done about that situation.
The prosecutor requested 40 years in prison for Sorto Herrera, 20 on each count. Because these crimes took place before the Protect Arkansas Act took effect, which requires offenders serve at least 85% of their sentence, he could only have to serve a sixth of his sentence. He ultimately was sentenced to 25 years behind bars.
You know, these situations are always tough. Nothing we did in that courtroom can bring Jennifer Morton back. We're just grateful that we've gotten justice for Jennifer and hope that the next thing that can follow can be peace for this wonderful family she had.
Well, one final story about Jennifer was told by Heather Thompson with Texarkana Baptist Home for Girls. She said Jennifer had been a silent contributor to the organization since 2006. Never missing a Christmas, always asking what the kids' needs are. Her family didn't even know about this until after her passing. They say she gave so much, not for attention, but because that was her heart. On your side, I'm Kaylin Clay.